I-6. I'm going to investigate.
With the advent of this year's 50th anniversary, it makes sense for Activision to mine the rich vein of the franchise. Unfortunately, what it doesn't make sense for them to do is to bastardise the whole thing in the process. To this note, along comes 007 Legends, which is a first-person shooter from the team at Eurocom that brought us last year's GoldenEye Reloaded, the working of the classic original made famous by Rare on the N64. 007 Legends uses the start of Skyfall as its anchor here. You are shot and fall from a bridge to the icy waters below. As you do, you black out and have flashbacks of former missions on Her Majesty's Secret Service, License to Kill, Die Another Day and Moonraker, with Skyfall itself to follow as DLC sometime in November. The game looks more than reasonable with a solid enough frame rate and some truly accurate recreations of the villains from those classic movies. In fact, the title sequence where they parade in front of you constantly at the menu select is probably one of my favourite parts of the game. Voice work and scripting is bad to mediocre at best. A lot of the dialogue appears to have been lifted straight from the movies it was inspired by. The biggest shocker though is that Daniel Craig's likeness is used in all missions rather than the appropriate genre Bond. To add insult to injury here, Craig isn't even doing the voice work, so the on-screen persona could have been either of the Bonds that are available. The shooting is fairly bland at best, and the levels comprise of shooting everything on the way in, as the stealth elements are truly broken in most places, scan or locate an object using your not at all atmosphere breaking and out of place smartphone, then shooting your way out again. Then you get to take part in a truly horrific QuickTime sequence where you move the analog stick up and down to the prompts to fight the villain or henchman from the movie. This just jars with the rest of the game, and it also jars with the original endings of the movies. Eurocom seem to have also managed to remove a lot of the iconic moments from the films in the game. If I have to play Living Daylights, at least let me do the rocket launcher truck dodge part. Thankfully, multiplayer is at least passable, with most of the modes and specifics just ported over from the much better GoldenEye Reloaded. Overall, 007 Legends is a mess of a game. Not good enough to be a shooter in its own right, not nostalgic enough to generate any real love for the franchise, it just appears to be a mass of design missteps from start to end. That said, the game does at least offer a moderate amount of playability. Fans will at least get a mild kick out of it, and the shooting is functional. That said though, Bloodstone still remains the modern benchmark for Bond games. 007 Legends could have been so much more. Bond deserved much better in his 50th year.